gotta get high like me. You gotta get high like this.
Motherfucking bitches, all right.
Am I good? All right. All right.
Okay.
I'm trying to be cutting that mic.
I'm trying to be cutting that mic.
All right.
That's the intro.
No, that's not the intro. That mic. I'm trying to be cutting that mic.
That's not the intro.
Yeah, that's the intro. What's good, everybody? We're back with another episode of 360 Vita, episode number 8. Of course, you got me, Big Suave. We got Big Killy here. We got Big Mac there. We got Lil Thunderman here.
So crazy.
Yep. Accurate.
Today,
What's up, folks? We're here today. We got a lot to talk about.
What are we talking about?
This is what you about to tell them, gang.
All right, we're starting today with who is music? I
am music. I am the music.
Carti, my evil twin.
See ya.
So tell me what you think. What's your
All right.
favorite song?
Before I
Swamp Izzo.
Swamp Izzo,
Wait,
OPM baby.
Before we get into that, we're gonna say that the album's been out for 2 weeks so far.
Yeah,
So
Has
we
it been
had
2
time to
weeks
sit with it.
true.
So
It has been a solid 2 weeks with that
solid
shit.
2 weeks of it, and we got the DLC pack for it.
Yep,
Yeah.
we did DLC number
How
1.
many DLC songs?
I think
we
there
got?
were 4 DLC. Oh, I think there were
Four-
4
It's
four
DLC.
only
DLC
one. It's only
tracks,
one new
DLC,
one.
so
It's
only
only one new one though.
but 2024 on streaming services makes it worth it. So it's
Yeah,
okay.
this is true.
Yeah, it was all the old music vids and then one new song.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. What you was gonna say?
That OPM baby is my favorite song.
No, that's one of the.
What do you
worst
mean no?
songs.
How are you gonna
It's one
tell
of the
me
worst
what my
songs on
favorite
the
song
album.
is?
No,
Cocaine
that's one-
Nose.
Okay, Cocaine Nose. Okay,
That's the
but
only
O-
song I
Opium
don't.
Baby
That's the
is
only
one of the
song I
worst
skip
songs
every
on
time.
there.
What do you say,
Cocaine
Mac?
Nose.
What did you say?
I said Cocaine Nose is the only song I skip every time on that album.
Wow. No. Okay.
Yeah, that's the
What do
only
you
one.
mean no? You're asking for an opinion. What do you think is the
You
best
got a
song?
wrong opinion.
Actually, I like
Yeah,
Fine
I'm gonna
Shit
tell
a
you
lot.
right now.
I like
as-
Backdoor a lot too.
As Carti's biggest fan, OPM Baby is the best song or top 3.
Swamp
It's
Izzo.
it's a special song. It's
let
a
me
special
look at the
song.
let me look at the
Truly, it's a special
the
song.
track list. 'Cause
I don't need to look at the track.
Like
list to know that
we-
OPM
Or
Baby's the
or
best
it's
song.
my vibes are tough hoes. Big man, the bung. What's that shit called? Crank.
Crank
that is the
Crank
best.
is really good.
That is
yeah.
so. That's the best song.
I also
What?
like. I think it's low key. What is it called? Overly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Blue
which one?
Spaghetti, look like Sonic. Nah, that shit is so good.
What I'm about to say is a fact and not an opinion. Like
Mm.
Wheezy's the best song on there.
Wheezy.
No.
Like Wheezy.
Yep.
Nah, it's not the best
No,
one.
that's not
It's
the
it's
best.
good though.
No.
It's probably top 10.
It's up there.
It's for sure up
But
there.
yeah, I'm going back to Backdoors being in
He
my
has some
top
good
5.
lyrics
for
in
sure.
there.
Backdoors.
Backdoors
is-
up there.
Backdoor.
No.
That's back.
Top
All right, so
5.
more organized.
Top 5.
Yeah, no, let's actually.
Wait.
Top 5.
Let's do it more organized. So, like, upon first
Back
listen,
door.
what was the ones that stood out to y'all the most?
Swamp Izzo. OPM Baby.
Opium
Duh.
Baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
That-
crazy.
What was yours immediately or first listen that you was like, oh, nah, this is crazy?
Oh, okay. Well, wait. If we're talking about,
you want to
off-
look at the track list or not?
Got to look at the
I
track
liked.
list.
Okay, off first
Shit
listen.
got 35 songs. Shit blowing
Yeah,
minds.
No, yeah.
I'm like,
Trying my best
oh.
to remember this.
I like Munyon a lot.
Man.
I hate
Oh,
that.
I didn't really
Toxic.
like Munyon.
Toxic is tough too.
Toxic
In
is
the
cool.
mush
Toxic's
pit with
tough.
Toxic.
Toxic's tough
I get
'cause
too
of the
much
goat.
profit. Yeah, that shit is
Yeah,
crazy.
that shit's hard.
I just spent the.
I think
just
Pop Out
spent
was a good
random
opener.
Yeah, Pop Out grew on me a lot. I like that song a lot.
I liked it off rip.
When I first heard it, I was like, okay, this Rockstar made again.
Oh, but you know what? Actually, saying Rockstar made reminds me what I was gonna say. One, we ranked all of Carti's albums like very casually. In my opinion, it goes self-titled,
Yep.
Die Lit,
Yep.
I Am Music,
Yep.
Whole Lot of Red.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, on some days, I switch Die Lit and self-titled because Die Lit is so good.
Accurate.
Lean for Real is on Die Lit, so it has to be
Yeah.
like top 1 album of all
Yep.
time.
What's number
debatably.
9 on?
Self-titled.
Self-titled.
So
yeah.
self-title is the best. Sorry.
Yeah. So yeah.
Self-titled
that's
for
what
me,
I'll take.
for
That's
me
what
is the
I'm saying.
best because some
Yeah.
of the features on Dial It, I don't really care for as much.
Miley
Like-
Cyrus. Got
Oh,
the
no,
Miley.
Miley.
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah,
the only
yeah,
song-
got
actually,
some Miley.
actually, I'm capping. All the features are pretty
Yo.
shy. I'm capping. The features are all good.
Fell in love. What's that on?
And that's okay. Bryson Tiller. Yeah.
Come on.
Nah, those are 2 back-to-back perfect albums. It'd
Yeah.
be tough.
Bruh,
Nah,
they
I can't
are.
compare two
They are.
beautiful 10 out of 10s.
But I led with this because what I was going to say is I think I am so with Whole Lot of Red, Carti really tapped into his rock star bag, but I think this perfected it with a lot of these songs.
Yeah.
He perfected, I'm a rock star type shit. I can rap, but I'm also a rock star. So that's why I think that this is, even though it's kind of like inflated in the sense that 30 tracks is a lot.
35.
Like now 35 tracks is a lot.
The biggest album ever.
I still
The hell
think
is
that it's
it?
better than Whole Lot of Red.
and I
Yeah.
think it's more memorable than.
I think
Whole
it's
Lotta
like
Red.
an
I think
extension of Whole Lotta
he
Red.
kind of he brought it's like you saying he brought it back home.
Uh-huh.
It ties in like what we kind of knew Cardi to be
Yeah.
beforehand, which I like.
Yeah.
My
don't
least
know.
favorite track on this, because every time I listen to it, I'm like, nah, I can't do it. It's not growing on me.
Mm.
Is what is it called?
The song with Thug. I don't like that
No,
song
no,
much.
no. So it's so many songs I'm scrolling.
I know, it's
can't
so
find a
many.
song. I'm like, bruh, oh, fine shit.
You don't
Fun
like
shit
fun
just-
shit?
Nah,
I
I
love
don't
fun
like
shit.
it.
Fun shit
I
is
just
tough.
like
I
the
don't
I just like the
Every
hook,
time
but
it
it's like
comes on, I'm like,
I don't dislike it at all. I think it's chill.
No, I like fun shit a lot.
Yeah.
you know what grew on me? Charge them hoes a fee. That was
Charge
like-
them
hoes
hoes
a
a fee. I
fee,
liked that
'cause that
first,
grew
and
on
now
me.
I
Hoes
don't
a
like
fee.
it as much.
Yeah.
But when I first heard it, I was like, Pluto! And let me tell you something. He did nothing on that song, so I don't know. I don't know.
Deep
I stopped
Boys
listening
Cardi
to it,
might
though.
just be Pluto, but better.
Yeah.
I'm not
Whoa.
gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you.
Whoa!
Deep Boys Cardi might
Are you
just be Future,
stupid?
but better. No, I'm
You heard
actually
that song?
very
This
smart.
one got it.
I'm
That's
actually-
the second I heard that song. That's when I knew Future was the greatest rapper of all time. That's probably top 5 for me. You know which
Yeah,
one that is?
Whatever. We pop bottles.
Molly,
we pop bottles. We
Perky.
like models now. So
Are we
That's
done?
never
about
coming
that.
back.
Are we
done
There are people out there
glazing?
that have never heard that.
Are we done glazing?
who we glazing?
Cardi?
Yeah, he's the best rapper ever.
I really
He
like
is
the
the best
album.
rapper of all
I really
time.
do
yeah,
like the
he's the
album.
best
You like that
rapper
one?
ever.
But I gotta say that after 5 years and having it be like disorganized mess that it was,
Like, you mean the rollout for the last 5 years? Like, is this organized?
the rollout for the last 5 years plus
But why is everyone
Hold on,
saying
hold on,
that
hold
this
on.
is a 5-year rollout?
it's not like it's not that it's a 5-year rollout. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying after alluding to an album, let's say after 2 years.
No, it was definitely after a whole lot of red. He's like, "Yo, watch this deluxe coming out."
Well, first,
Yeah.
well, that's a known
Hold
line.
on, hold on,
That's
hold
a
on,
classic
hold on,
line.
hold on, hold on, hold
Dilate
on.
2 was supposed
Hold
to come
on.
out too.
Y'all only proving the point. This nigga's supposed to been drop music.
The GOAT.
This nigga is. I doubt there was ever a time that he was not working on music. I'm sure he was working on music consistently. Maybe not all the time for like every day, but he was working on music. I'm
For
sure he
sure,
had an
for
album
sure,
of
for
some
sure.
kind at some point. The fact that it's a 30-song album, that I think the order of the songs was either messed up. People were saying like they didn't transition to each other the right way. Certain songs transition to other
Yeah.
songs.
Track list was changed the day of.
Exactly,
That's a
stuff
fact.
like that.
Yeah,
Adding songs on the back end after.
I hate that shit too.
Stuff like that. I think he put up 4 versions on his website. It was like a V4.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff. In terms of like thinking of like a perfect album or like a good album, if you consider the fact that this should have been out last year, is I Am Music 2024. What song did he make in 2023? That was
A lot
bad?
of these are from
2024.
2023.
Yeah. So like all that is like
No.
dog,
A lot of
come-
these are from 23 and 22. You're right
Exactly.
about that. Pop Out is from 2023. Fuck on My DJs from 2023.
Yeah.
These are old songs.
It's like
yeah.
all that considered, bro. Like dog.
All right, but I counter this. Playboi Carti is one of the most leaked artists of all time.
And why is that? I always wondered that.
They be doing it
wait,
themselves, bro.
Wait. What I'm saying is, yes, it's been 5 years since his last album, but he has had so many leaks in these last year. You could make 2, 3, 4 albums.
But
just
why
There's
is
on
mad
it
other-
only him, though?
There's mad artists that
Yeah,
get
but
leaked,
what
OD.
I'm saying is, when you have songs leak like that, what are you gonna do? Most likely, you're gonna scrap it.
you could drop him still.
You could, which he has done before.
He still did drop them.
And he still did, but a lot of them he scrapped and they've never seen the light of day. And these are some of his best songs of all
No,
time.
he don't really drop leaks officially
That's what
like
I'm
that.
saying.
That's fair.
That's very
Yeah,
rare for
so
him.
like, I don't think you could fault him because I think if there was no leaks, this shit would have came out 2022, 2023.
That's
I
fair.
can argue that I can see the argument that it should have came out last year. I think that's fair to say. But you can also just say it's like doing features and shit, making sure the rollout's correct.
Maybe I'm putting him up to too high standard, but I think, and this is like nerding out about hip hop. Like if I'm gonna put you in like top 3 or top 5, which I think talent wise, he obviously has the capability to be like the face of like rap, not in a traditional way, but
Yeah.
like a new age way. Like you gotta be more consistent than that. Maybe it might be Drake Glaze, but like Drake gets leaked. Like there's songs from Drake that people have wanted for a long time that are never gonna see the light of day that got leaked.
Drake Lamass put more of his leaked song on his tape than Cardi does.
What'd you say?
Drake puts more of his own leaked songs on his albums that release than Cardi does.
That's fair. But what I'm saying
Yeah.
is like Drake drops every year. He's not letting the
so
leads
you
get away.
saying consistency is the time?
Yeah,
in
but
which
Drake
you-
hasn't dropped the album as good as I Am Music in 5
So
years.
you're
Alright,
saying you're saying the time in which the album's drop is consistent. It's not like the quality of.
No,
the
I think the
album.
quality of the album is a thing. But if you were saying that the leaks are like a excuse, I don't think it's an excuse because there are a number of artists that also get leaked.
Yeah.
Perhaps
I
even
agree.
more so than Carti.
But here's also the thing, right? Because he's such a huge artist. People love, like we were just talking about. People love self-titled. People love Lit. But then, like, why does he have, like I said, 4 versions of the album? Do y'all think it's like a confidence thing, or like you think he's like self-conscious, like he thinks people's not gonna fuck with the music?
I mean,
so he,
I don't
like,
really
redoes
know.
it?
Well,
but
also,
probably,
doesn't
right?
Making different versions boost boost sales.
Yeah, that definitely could be a
That's
part of
pers-
it.
I think that's a big part of it.
So
Wait, what are the 4? So there's 4 versions of his album you can buy right now?
I'm pretty sure yes. And
I know
the
Spotify's
difference
like
might.
2. I saw 2
This is
different
like
ones.
when you buy the digital version of the
Yeah.
album.
not what is on streaming. This is actually buying the digital version.
Yeah.
And the
yeah,
difference
like on
just
his
might
site.
be like an additional song. It might
Yeah.
not be like that many changes. It might be one song that was added on this version of the album, or 2 songs in the second
That might-
version of the album.
Yeah, that I guess it can be both, right? It can be seen as like not finishing your project fully, but then there's also the fucking sales thing. I don't know if you guys saw social media, but Playboi Carti posts every day. We need to hit #1. Stream my shit. We need to hit #1. We need to. He spams that shit like 30 times a day. I think like it could just be artists like pulling out all the stops to
get
buffer their
#1.
numbers.
Yeah.
At least in
Yeah.
his case, I don't know.
I think
Which I don't like really respect, but
to me
If
it
that's the
comes
thing that
comes
matters.
off as like he's half-assing it,
oh yeah,
and
That's
I
fair.
don't want him to half-ass it. I think that if he put 100% into his shit all the time and took this shit really serious all the time, he could be crazy. He
Yeah.
could be.
I think he'd be like bigger than Travis Scott.
I think in some ways he is
He
bigger
is
than Travis
Hasn't
Scott.
that always been
But
the case for
I
him,
know
though?
what you're saying.
We're also talking about the man.
bro. That's what you
Allegedly, he missed the birth of my son to play PlayStation
Bruh.
with Lil Uzi.
But we don't want him to
We're
drop every
also-
year. We subscribe him for the mysterious
We're also
shit,
we're
bro.
also talking about the man that canceled the show to watch a film.
Y'all are
The show that
asking
y'all-
for
the show that y'all niggas
y'all are
went
here
to.
asking for yearly Cardi. That's not real.
That's
that
not
can
gonna
never
happen.
happen. The mystery is the big deal. That shit did matter.
And no, shit. That mystery
That
shit is
shit
fake.
made that shit shice. No,
That
no,
mystery
you're
shit is
wrong,
fake.
bruh. You're wrong.
Nigga's
No, you're
32.
wrong. No, you're wrong.
And he's
You're
mysterious at 32.
No,
I don't
you're
know what to
wrong.
tell
You're
you.
wrong. You're wrong.
You're mysterious, man.
But
Nah,
no-
he was being mysterious. The shit all made sense.
Real shit though. It is a good album, but I would just like to see him be more consistent.
I think
Be
that's
more
fair.
like maybe like 70. Like if he's at a 50%, be like 70%.
He not at no 50. You dragging him.
I'm saying if.
So what do
I'm
you think
saying
he's
if.
at?
I think he's at 50.
He said, "I'm saying if I do
So
I do
are
mean
you
that."
saying
but
that the effort he puts in, you think is a 50%?
Not necessarily only in the music, but like all the things around music. I think he likes being a rock star. I think he likes being a celebrity, but I don't think he necessarily is in love with the process of like making the music. I'm sure he likes making the music,
Mhm.
but like the logistics behind all of that, I think he prefers the lifestyle of it and just kind of shows up when he can, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Also, his fans are weird, so that could probably be it too.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even put it past him.
I think
like,
every
if
artist
that
has
is-
weird fans.
Yeah,
No, but like some people have
Cardi fan is a cult.
weirder-
Cardi
they-
fans
they-
is a cult.
They're definitely
Yeah,
weirder. But so, how do y'all feel about the album as a whole? Y'all like it?
I enjoy it.
So, all right, you enjoy it? I
think it's great.
also- Say it again.
I think it's great.
You think it's great? You think it's great?
It's grown on me every day since it came out.
Okay. I also think it's great. I think it does sound it lacks cohesion in my opinion, but I do enjoy it, and things do grow on me every day when I hear it. Well, I don't listen to it every day, but every time I listen to it, it does grow on me more and more. How y'all feel about Kendrick Lamar?
I like his verse on Good Credit. I don't like him. I don't like Backdoor that much.
Mhm.
And I
I like him on
I
Backdoor.
like the ad libs on
Nah,
Mojo
you switching
Jojo.
up because you liked Backdoor before.
I liked it maybe the day it came out. I liked it because it was a year old song and Ye was supposed to be on
Oh
that shit.
my God, now you don't like it because it's a year old.
I'm just saying, no. First off, you're not about to glaze Kendrick when we talking about Cardi.
I didn't glaze
Don't do that.
No.
Nah, don't throw me
No,
under the bus.
He's
I
throwing
did
me.
not- All right,
He's
guys, I'm
he's
sorry.
throwing me a lob to
Yo.
to shit on Kendrick.
Yo,
Yeah. What y'all think about Kendrick, by the way?
no,
I said I
because-
like Good Credit. You said you like
No.
Backdoor. Shut up, bitch.
No.
No. And
It
Mojo
has-
Jojo,
no.
that was the worst part of the album.
I think
need
Kendrick
that
ruined-
extraterrestrial card. That shit. Oh my gosh, it ruined the album, bro.
All I did was ask about it because people want to know because it's such a unique feature.
Yeah, I think he's great on good credit.
Because when we talked about it day one, he was like, "You like Backdoor," so I was like, "Why do you switch up now? Why do you?"
There's
not
no
like it?
switch up, dipshit. I just don't care for it.
All right,
Switch up is crazy.
all right.
I don't know. You switched up, but
How you feeling about?
Ain't no
Good
way.
credit.
Yeah, good credit's good.
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right.
I think
Also, he wanted to hype up the Kendrick feature because when he released the features, he blacked out Kendrick's name.
Mm-hmm.
He hid it, so he knew this was gonna be a big deal.
if what the man named Academic says is true, that Kendrick did produce the album, I think he did a great job on producing the album. If it is true,
Filthy himself said it's not true.
Then if it's not true,
It's not.
it's not true. But I could have lived. I think I would have enjoyed the album more if Kendrick wasn't on it.
At all? In any capacity?
In any capacity,
Really?
That's
That's a crazy
Nah, bro, I
take.
like Backdoor a lot. I
That's a
think he
crazy
was good on
take.
Backdoor.
I don't like. It's not that I think it was bad. I just would have liked it more if it was just Cardi.
Nah, that's OD
Kendrick
though.
took it from a 10 to a
Wow.
3.
It's not like he destroyed the songs.
I don't
was
think he
on.
destroyed the song.
Any of the songs. I didn't
and
mind him.
and let me be fair, because I like Pain 1993 too, but like I don't really think the combination of Drake and Cardi makes that much sense.
I think Cardi's verse on that was just not.
That's a
ideal.
Drake's. Pain 1993 is a Drake. Is some Drake.
is.
That's why we listening to it.
I don't think like
So
maybe
that's
maybe I need more
whatever.
music from them to see if they really make sense. I don't really like the combo of Kendrick and Cardi.
It is an outlandish combo.
Yeah,
That's not no peanut butter jelly. That's peanut butter sriracha.
exactly.
I
You know
think
what
that,
I'm saying?
I don't know. I think the shit was, like it meshed fine together.
Yeah,
I
I don't think it was
mind
that.
I actually don't mind them meshed. It's not the best combination, but
Good credit grew on me a lot because when I first heard it, I was like, "Why is Kendrick's random ass verse on this? Like, this shit's ruining it." But as time, like, I kept listening, I thought that shit flowed really good.
No, but I like Kendrick's verse.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
mind
he
him.
did his thing.
I think because we got him with Baby Keem, so we already got kind of like a taste of like
Yeah, that's fair
Kendrick
actually.
being a little-
Baby Keem be doing some Cardi intonation type shits now and then
yeah.
in his music. That's actually fair.
Wait, when he comes back,
They playing the goat. Free him.
he
Free
woke
him.
up- He woke
Free
up at
him.
the worst time because
Free
I was
him.
gonna lob him something.
What's the worst song on that album?
Fine shit. I said it.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it's,
I
I,
really
think it's
don't
Money
like
on. I think that shit sucks.
Wrong,
I really don't
wrong.
like. Fine. I don't know.
Oh, I like I See You, Baby Boy too. No,
That one,
no,
that one I don't care for. But I definitely
look
don't
at the track list
dislike
again.
it.
And ironically, Twin Trim might be top 5 on the album,
then
and
also
Cardi is not
why-
on
Bro,
it.
Twin Swim is like 20 seconds.
Why,
That
why
shit is
are
not
like
that
all
good.
the Uzi verse? Like we would want Cardi and Uzi. Why all the Uzi verses?
Yeah,
like,
the
whack?
Uzi verse itself is its own song, and then the jumping song is pretty like forgettable. I think it's not bad, but it's like forgettable.
Let me ask you a question.
Pink tape.
Remember
pink
when
tape.
the allegations about Cardi using AI was out and about?
Yeah.
Those are confirmed. True.
No, but then I saw some people confirming it was not true.
Who?
I don't know. I gotta look on Twitter.
All right, well, it's true.
So, all right, my bad. You was in the studio.
I was.
You
I
laid down
was.
the vocals for Cardi.
He was
was.
engineering.
He was
The AI songs leaked, bro.
Okay,
they're
so
true.
so it doesn't necessarily have to be an AI song. It could just be a reference track.
But it is AI vocals.
But
I guess we'll never know. But it sounds pretty AI.
But does it matter? Does it
Yeah.
matter to you?
Yeah,
Why?
because I mean, it's of course it's gonna be a personal opinion. But if I like an artist, I don't want them using AI vocals. I don't respect that
Okay, but I'm asking you why. Like what?
because
why
I don't
you?
think it's right to the art of making music.
But it's his voice.
So it's not his voice. The person doing AI is a whole different person. It's a different person using a Cardi filter.
But it's Cardi. It's a Cardi voice, right?
It's a filter. It's
But
an
it's
AI
Cardi-
filter mimicking Cardi. It's not
Whose
Cardi.
song is it?
It's Cardi's song.
Whose voice is it?
It's Cardi's voice.
Well, then by this logic, we shouldn't create anything. We should just tell ChatGPT to create everything and put our name on it.
That's not what I'm
It's our
saying.
Shit.
That's not
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
Shit.
I mean, shit.
Maybe.
I might as well tell ChatGPT to make blunder videos.
What I'm
Maybe.
saying is that the Miyazaki Studio Ghibli thing is a huge issue. The reason why it's an issue is not because Miyazaki made it himself and said, like, I want to do AI and shit and
Yeah.
my shit. It's a problem because people are bastardizing.
So you're saying
someone
because
else's
Cardi's
work.
doing this
If
purposefully,
Cardi-
it's fine?
If Cardi is choosing to use AI in his own shit and you use that for his voice, it is.
I'm not telling him not to do it, but I, as a fan, can say that this shit is whack, and
Which
I
is
respect
fine.
it way less.
But it is effectively the same thing as him using a voice filter on himself to make his, or auto tune on himself to make his voice
Is it?
better. What would be different about it?
It just sounds. I don't think it sounds the same. If you listen to the songs now that they're saying sound like AI, I think it's pretty clearly it doesn't sound like just like an auto-tune filter.
But what does AI sound like? What does
It just
auto-tune
sounds
filter sound
faker.
like?
You gotta listen and see.
That I'm not arguing against you, but the claim that it sounds like AI doesn't mean anything.
Well, it does. I don't know what else to say. If you look all shit up, it's like people all say the same shit. It sounds like AI. I don't know. I listen to Carti a lot. Shit sounds like AI.
So
I'm
your
serious.
problem with it is because it doesn't really sound like actual Carti.
Past that, I don't want fucking AI fucking
So
voice.
It's a moral thing. It's a morality thing.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
don't
it
want
is.
that in music. I already said that though.
But-
I started with that. That is my opinion. That I don't want this.
even if the artist is okay with it, you still don't like it.
Of course, the artist's okay with it. It's their choice. They decided to do this.
Okay, but
No one's doing it against their.
okay, so
Nobody's.
Let's say-
I'm not here
oh,
saying Carti can't do this.
Okay,
Anybody. Ye did this too. Sure.
Sure.
I just don't care about him.
so like let's say TK wants to drop music. Can he drop music in any capacity right now? No, because he's in jail. But let's say TK wants to write music in jail. He gives the vocals via prison phone. Somebody on the outside performs it the way he wants to perform it. He
That's
gives it
not
the
him.
okay.
No, that's not.
TK
That's not
filter.
TK music.
Take-
If he
filter
doesn't
puts
say
it on.
himself,
But I'm saying TK is giving it his blessing. I'm saying I want
No,
you to
no, no,
drop
no, no,
music
no.
under me.
that's no. If you're
Fuck
not,
no.
if it's
What
not
the
coming out-
fuck?
So here's what I was saying before that I was like, okay, you were saying if Cardi's saying, if he's saying the actual words into a filter, and then the filter makes his voice, I don't know, pop or something.
That currently would more or less be auto-tune.
That
What you're saying
See,
is
that's.
more or
I
less
don't have a
auto-tune.
problem with
I don't
that.
have a
The
problem with
issue is
that.
it's another person.
if you're not exactly, I
That's
think
what
if
I.
you're not
Yes.
physically saying the words,
That's what
then
I
it's a
don't.
problem.
Yes, that's what I don't like.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
you, so
You
you
didn't
want
say
the
the
actual
words.
person to be saying
Because
it.
Yes.
then you're just ghostwriting for the person who actually said the
Yeah.
thing. You're just ghostwriting for them. And then they're LARPing as you. It's not.
I mean, I guess it can
it's
be a
not that
greater AI problem as a whole because it's like, I don't know, the Cardi voice and the shit is supposed to be so unique. So, yeah, I think it just gets, it's like watered down when it's like AI music. I don't know. I don't like it at all.
I think part of it is cope because if nobody knew it was AI, I don't think anybody would be able to
But
hear
people
the
figured it out
difference
from
until
listening.
So
That's
I
not
don't,
real,
I don't know. I'm
Okay,
neutral.
I guess
I'm
you
neutral
can
in this
just
because I
deny.
actually have no clue about any of
What?
this. But based off what I'm hearing y'all say, if people can tell, and they really didn't know, and they could tell, then it's kind of a problem. I don't know. I'm definitely like a purist in the sense of like, it is a morality thing. I think as an artist of any capacity, if you're using AI in that regard, and like how you were saying with the TK example, I don't like that. But
No, I think
If you're
in
using
my
it-
opinion, if TK is giving it his blessing, I think it's fine. If you in jail and you have, I think it's case by case. I don't think Cardi really has an excuse.
I don't.
I mean,
But I
Cardi
think-
can give his blessing too.
Yeah, I
That doesn't
don't
mean we
agree
have
with
to
blessing thing.
be enjoy. Like we
'Cause
have to
then
accept the shit.
That's just ghostwriting, and then you say, yeah, you can say it.
I think I can
You
understand.
could be
I
the
can
dude-
understand what you're saying.
You could be the dude who goes into the mic, and then you gonna come back and tell us, oh, yo, I was the guy who sang the TK song in the mic. But you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I understand that. Yeah,
So it's like
but why does that matter?
it doesn't matter because then you're the guy who said the words. They just put a filter on your voice.
Yeah, but TK wrote it.
Nah, that he ghost wrote for you. That's how I see it.
Yeah, but now it's
Yeah,
going to the TK.
that's how I
filter,
see
now
it,
sound
too.
like TK. I don't give a damn. That's TK song.
I think it is morally bankrupt, and I personally think that any art that is purely AI shouldn't have the same respect as stuff that is created by genuine humans and you put the time into crafting something. But anything outside of that, I think is just like a weird, like grandstanding type of thing. Like if he decides to do it, bro, you could not listen to it, but it's not anything outside of that. You don't got to make it more than like I don't want to engage with this because it's AI, and that's just that.
So quick tangent, real quick. So this made me think of like I saw a clip of Mick Jenkins, and he was talking about how like rap media outlets don't let artists talk about like their process anymore. It's more about like what's cool or like what's the final product and what's viral, but it's not really like the process of making the thing anymore. So I think if like more people talked about or cared about the actual process of making the stuff. If you're like an actual artist who cares about what you're making, then you'll know it's fun and it's very rewarding. And once you get that final product, you're gonna want to talk about it because it's so like rewarding. So like if you as an artist was like, yeah, I wrote this, and then I like it. Suppose you're in a radio interview. Oh, yeah, I wrote this, and then I gave it to this guy, and then this guy sang it into the mic, and we put a filter on. That sounds crazy to me. I don't know.
You remember when Push-Ups dropped and they thought it was AI?
Yeah.
But I knew it wasn't AI.
Yeah.
Because he said,
You the AI
hey, but
radar?
nah, because he said Cash out here tricking. I'm like, no AI is thinking that shit up.
He's the
I don't think
AI
it's
radar. He
possible.
could always
Nah, but I
tell.
swear to God, bro. I
Bro
was
got
like,
a
it can't
100%
be.
detection
He
rate.
got-
It
he
can't be. Dude, whatever. I'll play you the shit after because we can't play because of copyright. Whatever, but I'm telling you.
Interference.
Anybody for us? Invite his ass in. We need his opinion on I am
Get the
music.
Amazon guy in there. What you was
Oh.
gonna say?
What were we talking about? I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, I forgot to.
Can I pivot to your point? Remember the point?
Which point?
What was the
Okay,
point?
so around the time of the Drake and Kendrick beef,
Oh yeah.
Akil had told us that like he thinks it's kind of hypocritical that Kendrick Lamar talks shit about Drake doing these things, these foul things, and then he works with like a Kodak Black on his last album, who also does like kind of morally corrupt things. And then so the
Not,
same
not no condo with Kodak Black. Sorry to say,
You're right,
but
there is no
there was something very bad he did actually.
and so like the same conversation came up with him working with Cardi. You call Drake a deadbeat, but then you work with Cardi, who's like the ultimate
The GOAT deadbeat
right?
of all time.
So
Ain't nobody deader and beater.
nobody deadbeat.
Nobody deadbeat as tough
Nobody
as him.
beating deader.
I saw a tweet saying, "Has anyone ever thought and asked, is Onyx a shit kid?" That's how I know he's the best deadbeat of all time.
Oh my god.
But yeah, sorry.
So like what do y'all think about that? So I think real quick, I think in terms of the beat, okay, so I think first of all, I think people do hold Kendrick on a higher moral ground. I think that's partially his fault. He kind of like
Set
enabled
himself up
that.
to be that.
Huh?
Set himself up to be that.
Yeah, he kind of set himself up to be like people.
But what about him always saying I'm a hypocrite and all that?
I'm
The
not your
people-
savior.
Yeah,
Come
the
on,
people,
bro.
not your
the
savior.
people put him up there.
So
Actually,
he- you know,
let me
the
play
pe-
the devil's advocate.
I don't
for
know.
this.
The people do put you up there, but like he also, I think, is partially responsible for that.
Sure.
the
But
I
I mean, look what he ran the whole beef off of. Just
yeah,
yeah,
but I think
yeah.
I
being
think
a
with
better
the beef,
person. Yeah.
But the point I want to make is, I think with the beef, it's just like he didn't like the nigga, and he was like, "I'm just gonna find something to say
Yeah,
about
for
you
sure, for
that I
sure.
don't
Like
like."
it was real
And,
hate. Yeah.
like I don't like you, so I don't care. I'm just gonna find something. I'm
everything.
gonna say,
Like I'm gonna do everything. Yeah.
So yeah, okay, I'm working with Cardi, who's a deadbeat, but I like him. I don't like you. So that's kind of how I see it.
Drake and Cardi were tight.
And yes, he's a
Stole
hypocrite, but
That's-
his mans.
That's what it is, bro. If he was just straight up, like, I don't like you, nigga, and just kept it at that.
Right.
he did do that though. Technically,
He
Nah,
did.
but then he cheated
yeah.
How do you cheat?
by dropping 3 back to back to back and pet allegations. But whatever, we'll get into it at a different time.
Oh, that's another thing. The pet allegations. What's that?
Libel,
old nigga
slander.
name? Bald nigga that I'm forgetting his name.
You talking about how somebody was jacking that had changed hip hop, like in terms of like sponsors and bread and all that? Is that what you're referring to?
Who's the fuck? Why am I not remember his name? A legendary producer, bald dude, brolic now.
Bald.
That worked with
Southside's bald.
Eminem.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Dr. Dre.
Timbaland.
Yeah. Dr. Dre is actually. What, did he assault someone or is he a pedophile?
Yeah,
Or is it both?
no. The D.
Or is he both? Is crazy.
No. He beat the lady up. He like
Yeah.
threw her down the stairs in
Okay,
the
yeah,
news
yeah,
office. Yeah,
Like that's that since Anthony before Anthony Fantano said it, which is why this is like a relevant thing now. Like this has already been a thing. So like, if Kendrick was always just like, I don't like this nigga, and it's just purely that, and didn't kind of egg his fan base on, it'd be cool. I don't really mind because Kendrick can do whatever he want. It's always been for me about the fan base, because the fan base is just throwing this nigga crazy. When Kendrick says, "I think
worst
niggas,"
that's actually the worst fan base in the world, not Cardi's.
exactly.
It's Mr. Dots
When he says,
big
"I think
margin.
niggas like you should
Not
die,"
neither of them, but yeah.
when he says, "I think niggas like you should die," and his fan base takes that as like a, and the whole Meet the Grams, that whole shit. Like when his fan base takes this and tries to like psychologically dissect this person,
Yeah.
but don't dissect any of the people that this nigga Kendrick be around or Kendrick himself. It's just crazy.
Nah, this shit is
bro.
corny.
Like,
I'll always
y'all
think that
doing
shit was
too
a net
much.
negative for rap and music.
Yeah.
All it did was bring in dipshits.
Yeah, but this,
Whatever.
yeah, this is not something new. Like people will say that the Drake dick riders are just dick riding, but this has been stuff people have been saying for a minute.
Since 2010.
I don't know how much I care about the fucking like him associating with Carti. Like I get that it's definitely hypocritical. I don't think anybody would deny that. It's for sure hypocritical, but I don't know. Yeah,
I'm not saying he can't do it.
I know, but I'm on the same page as you, where it's like, yeah, whatever, he can do what he wants, but I'm still gonna look at that and be like, you're corny. Like,
yeah, I'm not even saying that he's corny. I'm saying the fans is corny because
well, nah, but the thing is, you're responsible for
corny.
your fans partly. That's a fact.
That's-
No
that
matter
is
who
true.
you are, no matter how big you are,
That's true.
you are responsible. And I can tell you that as someone who is a smaller creator, you are responsible for all of that shit.
yeah,
So he let all that shit go. He said a lot of lies, and he was cool with it. He
Yeah.
wanted that shit to happen the way it did, and he did let it happen
Yeah.
the way it did.
He's a
That's
great-
all
And
under,
then they
that's all under
promoted it
his
on the Super
allowance.
Bowl.
still a great artist.
Oh yeah, still a great artist.
super talented, but it's
But
just,
yeah, that should change the games, and that should change the how rap beef was to me. I don't think people are gonna go back into real rap beef now.
That's
You can
like
just lie.
That's
Yeah.
a real historical moment. for
Yeah,
real,
you
like,
can just lie, and you can have your fan base just
Ride for you.
Yeah.
And then perpetuate the lie.
like literally.
Yeah.
Now, I think every person who gets in a beef should do exactly what Kendrick did, and you
very
can never lose.
Republican.
You can
of
literally
him.
never lose.
Hmm.
Yeah.
how I see it is, and this may be kind of a skewed way of looking at it, is it's just entertainment for me. I don't know these men personally. During the beef, I did think Kendrick won, so I was on that bandwagon.
He did win.
You
But-
still are on that
He
bandwagon.
definitely did
Wow.
win.
He did win.
When's the last time I talked about it?
But
That's
I'm
crazy.
just letting you know
You
that
got
you
a
are.
license for
No. You're safe. You're safe. I validate
He
you.
won.
You're safe.
He
You're
won.
safe.
So, like, yeah.
you tried it.
Yeah, I'm bumping all the songs, but I still like Drake. Like, I don't know any of these guys personally. So just because I think this guy won, like, I still like both artists. This is just entertainment for me. I don't know any of them.
Yeah.
They're not paying my bills. So it's like at the end of the day, he did sling mud, he did lie, but I'm sorry, it sounds fucked up, but I just don't know you. So it's like
I mean, yeah.
don't care.
I'm on the same page as you. But like as someone who's been following music and these people for 10 years, I can't just immediately say I don't care. Yes, I'm not involved, but there is some like opinions I'm gonna have on it no matter what.
Yeah.
Because I've been following this shit for so long. Like fucking Drake since I was fucking like 7 or 8, and Kendrick
Mhm.
Lamar since 2012, 8th
Mhm.
grade. Like,
Yeah.
like we love this shit.
Yeah, we grew up on
Yeah.
this.
We love this shit, right? Like,
Yeah.
and it's not just Kendrick Lamar, bro. If Drake did some hoe shit like this, and Drake does hoe shit, and even then we'd say like, yo, this is some hoe shit. Like,
And at the same time, I always was during the time of the beef, I was always thinking like maybe Drake did do some behind the scenes shit.
oh, he
And
probably
other
did, bro.
people's
He did.
argument is like, oh well, if it was private, keep it private. But like, I don't know, maybe he's just like a really terrible guy. So it's like, fuck it, I'm.
Well, I think the beef needed to happen, which is my crazy take, because
Well,
I think
I agree
I
as
think
well.
hip hop could not even like. It's like it needed like it almost felt to me like hip hop needed Drake, and I think that it was. So as much as I love Drake and I
Yeah.
still hate that he
Yeah.
took the worst L
Yeah.
ever, I don't think it was like I think it was like needed.
Yeah. So you think this is what I wanted to ask that. Do y'all think the beef shifted something in like rap culture? So now, like, you think people are starting to look at lyrics a little bit more like?
I don't know.
think
I
so.
don't even know if music like that. Like I just think Drake was like the rap guy, and now this shit is like not to say that he's still not the biggest
So you
rapper.
just knocked him. He knocked him down a peg, so it like shifted everything.
Yeah, in a good way. I
In a good way.
didn't
I
like
agree.
how above, in my opinion, Drake was above
I agree. It
everybody.
was kinda like a
shit seems more
Monopoly-ish.
human now to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really did think that. And I love Drake, so it's not like I'm like fuck Drake, blah blah blah. But I don't know. What do y'all think?
I think it recalibrated what hip hop is for younger people.
Okay.
That kind of like are the Destroy Lonely fans, are Playboi Carti
Ooh,
fans.
that's
Like,
yeah, you're
are,
right.
like,
Destroy
these-
Destroy
yeah.
Lonely is like a
That's
whole
what I was
different thing we didn't even have 5 years ago.
Like the fact that
Yeah.
this was a huge beef with older people, but younger people as well. Now, and this is something that other people have talked about. Now, like people are listening to the like
Ether.
exactly.
Really?
People are listening to the quality of these songs, the quality of these traps, whether they're true or not. For the raps, I think for the younger people now they're getting ingratiated back into what hip hop is quote unquote truly about.
That's fair for sure.
But I personally fuck with the not super rap like lyrical miracle, even though they're not lyrical miracle, but like the
It just depends on what I want to hear.
Yeah,
I
at
can
the
get really
time.
exhausted
Yeah.
by some shit.
I like.
I'm
sorry,
like,
go ahead.
no, you're good.
Well, you've been tapped into your old head bag, right?
Yeah, I've kind of always been like that. I saw somebody say on the internet that what did they say? I think I wrote it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, like that, like an era of rap is ending. So like that 2016 type era is kind of dying down.
That,
They're
like,
not gone
SoundCloud era?
forever. Yeah, they're not gone. They're not gone, but like it's dying down just a little.
Uh-huh.
And like now you're getting the rise of like a Tyler Creator and a Doechii who are like more artistic, more spitting more. They're not miracles. They're not like super lyrical, but like they're definitely.
They're more.
They're saying something.
substance.
There's
Dude, there's more
substance.
shit there, bro.
Substance.
We used to get like Lil Skies and shit like this
Yeah.
that came and went.
That's
And,
Lil
and I'm
Wayne,
glad with
you're
that
right.
because that
Yeah.
dumbing down shit is cool sometimes, but like people starting to like not know the difference.
Bro, the game was
between-
starting to lose sauce. They had
Yeah.
to move. People had to get better.
I'm not trying to hate on anybody. So if for whatever reason any of these artists hear me hating on them, it's not hate. But I think Lil Yachty is another example of somebody that exemplified the like meaninglessness or like lacking substance, and he kind of like
He grew a lot.
He
since
grew-
2016,
he's
like
grown.
one night.
he's
Mhm.
grown so much as an artist. In some ways, I think he has grown too much, and now thinks he's elitist, or he acts elitist and thinks he's better than other
That's
artists.
true. I agree with
Which
that.
I don't like because
agree.
some of this shit is kind of like quote unquote basic. I don't make music, so I can't really say for sure. But other niggas calling your shit basic, get back. But like when you say people like
That's the worst thing
Doechii
to
and
be-
Tyler the
that's the worst thing
Creator,
to be told.
the fact that we're getting back into this era of substance just shows that real music is forever. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Music with substance is always gonna last, regardless of what the trends are. They're always gonna be songs like Nene, hit the whip, all that.
And there's two sides to a coin because we need
Yeah.
need party songs. We need like fun songs.
Yeah.
But we also need people to say something.
That are actually spitting.
Exactly.
Hip hop is both.
We don't get them hits, man. Where's I don't fuck with you.
Facts.
We need some shit
Yeah,
like that,
we need
man.
both.
Hip hop
Whatever.
started
Slight
at a party
work.
in the Bronx.
Slight
Yeah.
work.
Slight work. You know what he asking for? Slight
Oh,
work.
no, Drake.
You naming
Slight
some
work.
bullshit.
No,
Slight work.
no, we're not
I
bringing
named
up-
it
last.
we're not
You
bringing up
naming
all
bullshit.
Yo.
Slight work.
classic.
Slight
No,
work.
that song was hard. I'm not.
Wale
Work,
album
work,
coming
Wale
out.
was stupid on that shit.
Yeah,
I
Wale.
will agree. That shit's tough.
I have a take that
Wale
Cool.
top 5.
I have a take that coke rap is like that grew over the years. So like it's more popular now than it was ever before.
What did you say? Coke rap?
Coke rap.
Like Conway the Machine,
Like-
West Side
like
Gun.
Griselda,
Yeah,
Pusha
Griselda.
T.
French Montana, Coke music too.
Coke boys, baby. Wow. that was jarring. That threw me off.
Sorry.
He said French Montana.
With Chinks drugs? Come on, man.
Nah,
By
but
the way, I
like,
have a side note before you
but
go
like
on.
coke rap is
Okay.
like they're
Yeah,
spinning.
fuck you,
Like they
fuck you,
like
brother.
these people are lyrical, but like it's not like them rapping like they're Dr. Umar or anything. It's still like it's
Yo,
pure
what?
entertainment.
That was
Yeah.
the last person I thought he was gonna say.
Allegedly.
It's pure entertainment. Like most people can't
Yeah.
relate to coke rap. They're not selling drugs, but it's so entertaining to
Facts.
listen to like
That
a
shit
Benny
hard.
the Butcher.
Yeah, I love
Benny
that
the
was my
Butcher,
that was
yeah.
my,
Butcher coming, nigga.
that was my
Tell me
favorite,
how you
that
really
was my
saw
favorite
that.
album last year.
Hey yo.
Like,
He's fire, bro.
but I think coke rap is super popular now. But like, obviously you can't play it on the radio, so like just
Yeah.
the nature of the music.
What is shit like Rock Marciano? Is
He-
that
oh-
that's
oh
the same
my
shit?
God.
Rock, yeah.
He tough. He
I
tough.
want to glaze. I want to glaze that nigga so bad. Pause.
Hey,
Hey,
yo.
yo, bro,
Pause.
bro had a chance to think about what he wanted to
stopped
say,
and he
then
continued.
picked the craziest shit he could have said.
Respect. Respect for following
Yo.
through.
Yeah,
I
double
wanna
down on
glaze
that
my
shit.
toe.
I gotta
Baddies
talk
all
straight to the
day.
camera.
Show us
please,
the glaze.
Please listen to Rock Marciano, please.
Which song?
I would
If you could
also-
if you
I
could
would
recommend
also-
one
Listen
song.
to the whole
No,
album.
no, you
recommend-
need to give people a song.
A
All right.
song?
Come
Yo,
on, man.
no,
they're trying to.
Okay, so
see.
his flow is very like laid back. So like I can understand if you like listen and be like, oh, this is a little boring because he's real monotone and low. But like if you actually listen to what he's saying, like if you're just in a mindset to not
Mhm.
like turn up, but like to be mellow, and you listen to what he's saying, he's really spitting. Like he's like so underrated. Let me give you a song. You put me on the spot.
Yeah, we did.
Sorry.
I glazed OD. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, just
Bro,
go
it's
listen to all of it.
OD
I
is,
apologize to the team.
No, you're good.
OD
You can
is,
you can like an
understandable.
artist. These guys are haters.
Whatever. I'll be my
The
The
Monkey
Elephant's
James
Man's
bag.
Bones, the whole album, but man, I can't pick a fucking song.
It's
the
alright.
whole album. You could pick Daddy Kane with.
Oh, I
Action
have this
Bronson.
song with Westside Gun and Benny with him. What's this called?
I don't know.
$500 ounces.
That one's good too.
Yeah.
He said, "Please let me glaze."
Quantum Leap.
Damn. Please let me glaze into not one song named in
now,
3
you know
minutes.
why? Because you know I've been in that bag lately. I've been listening to these guys, or I've been listening to more like old head people in their 40s. A lot of
sure.
Jay-Z.
Yeah. You getting up there, Unc.
Getting up there.
Y'all know Saba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saba
He's 40?
He just dropped the album. That album
Oh,
is
he
really good
like
too.
our age.
Saba from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it
Yeah.
called? From the Private Collection of Saba and No ID. That's a really good one too.
No idea is one of the
Slight
goats.
Recommendation.
He
Alright,
done
what-
did a lot
Yeah.
of favors for Drake.
Who?
No ID. He gave Drake a lot of good beats over time.
Yeah, he's the GOAT too.
He's a
He's
goat.
really
He one of
good.
the best producers.
Enough music talk, unless we still have music topics.
Nah, what you got?
I just wanted to
Uh,
ask what everyone's favorite diss track was if they had one.
Ever?
Ever?
Yeah.
You gotta
Man,
give me
it's
some
probably-
time.
Apparently, Who Shot Ya is actually not a diss track, but
Yeah.
Who Shot Ya?
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I heard that shit is not a diss track, but obviously Pac took it as a diss for a reason.
Yeah.
Mine's Takeover by Jay-Z.
Takeover's good.
Yeah, I love that song.
Y'all gonna be mad at me when I say Stay Scheming Drake's verse going at Joe Budden. It's funny as fuck.
Nah, it bothered me when the
Kobe,
guards
man.
get to acting
Like
like the
the
bros.
I want to say Story of Adidon just because
Kobe,
of
my
the
nigga,
the
ain't have to
bomb.
be him.
That was
But
it.
I
That
like-
was an
but see,
atomic bomb.
if I even go through Push, I like Infrared more.
Infrared.
Infrared,
Crazy.
Infrared as a
Infrared
song
is
is phenomenal.
crazy, yo.
Yeah,
That's one of the
he's
best
rapping
songs, bro.
He's rapping his ass off on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that song is so unique too. That shit is
Yeah.
so fire.
The
I love
beat-
that album, but yeah, that's all I wanted to ask. Just your favorite diss. We can keep it pushing.
What were we gonna say, Kelly?
Hmm?
What were you gonna say? You were gonna say something before he asked about the songs?
No, he said, "Are we done with music?"
Yeah, are we done with music?
No, I was just curious if we've done music or not.
Oh,
Oh.
I mean, I don't have anything else to say.
I think 40.
Yeah, got something else you want to say? Oh, I do real quick. I want to give. I had a thought before, and like when I was listening to Carti's album, I was thinking like he's kind of. This is gonna sound weird, but follow me. I compare him to Lil Wayne in the sense that like no one
Like
no one
Weezy.
could do what they do.
Like Weezy.
but she ain't
Like-
believe me.
Lil Wayne is so unique in his punch. Like no one could think of the punchlines he thinks of. It's so unique,
He has so many punchlines, he forgets his own punchlines.
bro. Maybe.
No,
That's
this
fine.
is a fact.
Oh,
No, yeah,
People have read him his bars, and he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Yo,
he's
who
like,
said
who wrote that bullshit?
And he said,
that.
you
I
did.
said that. Well,
But-
because he always says he goes in the booth with no pen.
but
That
who
was his
could-
thing.
But who could even think of like?
Yeah, nobody.
Real
If you
G's
listen to
moving
any of his
signs like
lyrics,
Design.
there's
Who
some
could
like
think of
all
something
that
like that?
shit. Because I've been listening to No Ceilings. Which one? Hold on.
Yeah.
No, I gotta.
Lil Wayne's son is gonna be the one to.
You heard
blend.
that? I told her I'm Baby Weezy. She ain't believe
I
me.
said, baby,
Nah,
she
he's
ain't
fire
believe
for
me.
that.
That shit was tough.
I've been listening to Dedication 5 and
yeah.
Dedication 4.
That's
I was
good.
listening to Lil Wayne Burn remix. That shit is so tough.
Yeah.
Wayne is
Nah,
fire.
he's so fire, bro.
He's so good.
Man. And Stuntin' featuring Drake. Classic,
yeah.
man.
No one could think of bars like how Lil Wayne writes them, and no one can do Carti's style the way Carti does it. Like I think it's so unique. People tried, and I think they failed. I think Carti does it the best.
AI doing it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. That's why I always am like Cardi's the best because
He is the best.
the music is always like he can make a bad tape if he wanted to, but at least it'll be unique.
Mhm.
So like, I do like the shit standing out like
Yeah.
a lot.
3 out of 10 is egregious.
Who gave him? Oh yeah, the Yakubian double.
Wow. Anyway,
Yeah.
so what's your rating? If you want to give her a numerical rating, I don't care. But
All right. If I have to give, all right, I have to compare this to self-titled and Dialect.
35 songs, so it's automatically not docked a point. I'm sorry to say.
I would say 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10.
If Die With and Self-Titled are strong 9s, I would have to say
No, those are strong 10s.
a light 8 to strong 7.
So strong 7 to a light 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and minimum strong 9.
I understand. All right. If I give this the rating that self-titled is a 10, and because I think it's a 10, because I like listening to that whole album front to back.
No skips.
yeah, no
yeah.
skips.
No skips.
And Dial-It I like a lot too, but it's the no skips from self-titled that just like I truly can listen to that album front to back and be like, oh, it's done. Man, that shit was good. Die Lit, the sounds changed a lot, but I give Die Lit a solid 9.5. That shit is fantastic. Whole Lotta Red, we already talked about that. It's the worst one. Still good, but probably give this what Keel said, but not a light 8. I'm giving it a strong 8, 8.9. Okay. But I think 35 songs is ridiculous, so I have to dock just off the like 35 is bullshit. What are you doing? Like I can't defend that at all. I mean, you could say that it's his choice to make the album as long as he wants, but no,
I'm not listening to that
35
shit.
is crazy. You could have picked a lot. Like you could have definitely slimmed that to the GOAT album. You know,
slow down, dropping all that.
Yeah, and hold on, let me upload my music videos real quick and drop 5 more.
Based off your criteria, I give it a 7.
Fair.
I also think self-titles like a 9, 10.
That shit's just perfect. It's really hard.
I'll give this music a 7. Now, quick math. What's the average between all of us?
There are 4 of us. What'd you say?
What did you say?
I said 7.5. But actually, I'm changing it to 8.
You said
a light 8.
8.75.
All right, I'm not
you
doing
this
math.
I'm
not doing this math.
What did you say? 7?
I said 7.
You said 8?
I said, yeah.
15. What'd you say?
I said 7.5 originally, but now I'm going back to 8. Well, I'm going to
23. 8. And then I'll give it a 9 so that the average rating is an 8.
Cool with that.
I think that's fair.
I will say having a 35 song album and the majority are good is pretty good though.
That is having a good hit rate on
the hit rate's good and the songs are unique. There's not that many that like there are some songs that sound similar, but for the most part, like the range is good. So,
but admittedly, I do have to look at the track list a lot to remember every single song. Right now, not a lot. Not every single song is like, oh, I know that. You know
like my favorite song from the shit last week was South Atlanta Baby. I forgot that song even existed till I look at the track list again.
Like, so many songs. There's a lot of songs on there.
We need to have a discussion again down the line about the streaming and the number ones and all that, and even with movies and stuff, how that shit is compromising stuff, in my opinion.
We could talk about it right now.
Fine, talk about it right now.
Wait, so what's compromising? How everybody wants to be number one, like in box office or streaming?
Well, I mean, I guess I'm kind of making a tangent and talking more about movies here, but like, yeah, if you look at movies recently, the budgets are higher than ever. Like, I keep seeing, there was a movie just came out and the
Minecraft movie,
huh?
Minecraft.
Mickey 17.
No. It's some great actors in it. The point is, the headline is this movie needs $250 million to break even, and it feels like movies. And again, I'm pivoting into movies here, but it can be said for music too. It's all about like recuperating the cost, and then all the shit gets sent to streaming in 2 weeks, anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just feels like the shit has gotten overly like only look at the money and the how to get number one. And if it's like people think it's a failure if they don't get number one now or something. I don't know.
What you're saying. People are more hesitant to really be artistic about what they're making, and they want to make things that will recoup the money.
Or maybe even their label or the movie
it could be the
heads
label.
for something. I don't know.
We were watching the show called The Studio yesterday. Seth Rogen in the show is the head of a movie studio.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much his character is someone that loves the art of cinema, but his boss wants to make movies. So they get the IP Kool-Aid, and he is basically having to choose between Martin Scorsese's version of Kool-Aid versus I think Nick Stowe's version of Kool-Aid. I think that is ultimately what this thing is. You could get like the Marvel version of a movie, or you get like the Wes Anderson, Scorsese version of a movie. Obviously, Scorsese, Wes Anderson, their movies are going to be super successful because of their name. But like for newer people coming up, they're not getting the opportunities to make that artistic film.
Right? Nobody's going to support that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a gamble as a motherfucker.
Too much of a risk.
Yeah.
Which is like, I know that I was like kind of caping for the usage of AI. But like, if we are really people that are saying that we love art, especially the process of making art, we have to be actively supporting
the
artists in a real way, because then we're not going to get any art.
We will lose all of these real creators.
We will actually only get AI.
Yes, we will lose all these creators because they will think there's no point anymore.
Yeah.
I can't live.
Why would I want to pay you when I could just get this done artificially?
That's why there's such a backlash all the time, which I mean, like rightfully so for the most part.
Like we were talking about before, physical media. Right?
Yeah.
Because if you put stuff online, then AI learns from the computers, right? Isn't that how it works?
Not exactly.
Art, No,
Well-
right? Don't like when artists put their art on Instagram, the AI can like kind of
Or like learn from it.
learn from.
There are like certain like Reddit is a common place that like ChatGPT scrapes stuff from. So it can be like an Instagram that they use that data, but it's not always the case. Like everything on the internet, they're like places where they go for specific types of
Yeah,
data.
some things I think have to be purposefully submitted if you want it to be in it.
Yeah,
right?
like
Or what?
and also
I'm not too
think
understanding.
companies can like ban a company from using like
Oh, like they're
using their because they're stealing. They would technically be stealing that company's data if they were to do that. So more or less yes, but kind of not exactly.
I know we didn't we're not comparing music to movies, but like what you were saying is that we need to like respect the artist integrity or creation. Yeah, I feel it way more for movies, of course, than I do for music, because you can make the argument of like, oh, using a filter, blah blah. In Carti's case, there's another man doing it, which is why I'm mad.
Yeah.
If he himself sent shitty vocals and they just touched it up, then it's like engineer fixed it. That already exists. But there's a movie called The Brutalist that just came out, and it's like won a bunch of Oscars, and there was some controversy that they used some AI to finish like Hungarian dialogue, or I think it was Hungarian. Sorry if I'm wrong, but it was to finish that dialogue, and the director said, yeah, like it was very small stuff, and he was like just some letters and stuff, and he did his own like voice and just put it through, and they got under fire for that a bit, but he said it would have taken months and months and months to have done that the traditional way, so they just did it to speed it up. And then he said we need to be more open-minded in regards to that. So what do you guys think?
I don't want to hog the voice, but I'm pretty familiar with AI, and I think a lot of it needs to be demystified. Like a lot of what people are mad at is generative AI, and a lot of what is used in art is generative AI. I think philosophically and morally, the thing that people are what people are getting mad at are those pieces of it and the human touch. But like you're saying, we need to be more open-minded. If we have a case where it's a person that physically can't make the art with its 8K, and he's putting his stamp of approval on this thing, say, hey, this is something that I get behind, people should be willing to hear that out, because it still is ultimately art is a reflection of someone's like perspective or voice that they're putting out
that they want to share with you.
Yes,
that's fair. I can agree with that.
In most ways that matter in today's world, most people don't care about the process. Like I care about the process a lot.
It's not for it. Yeah, I get it now. I get it now.
Maybe that's why I was so against that, is because I care about the process.
Yes.
I like to create. That's like my whole thing. I love that shit. I love the process and all that. So maybe that's why I'm so against it.
I love the process so much. And with the Miyazaki stuff, the Studio Ghibli stuff, the reason why I'm upset about that is because it subverts the process, and that art style is tied to movies with themes of being humanity versus technology.
Also,
he has some real.
If
you just know who
he is, he hates computers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what
he
he
made
stands
the statement
for.
saying this is like the worst shit. It's like horrible. Yeah.
And wasn't that like way before AI?
This is
like
2016.
This is like a decade ago.
So this is beyond disrespectful. So he doesn't have Beyond didn't give his blessing. Like this is
so like when it comes to instances like that, I'm completely supportive of, hey, fuck AI, especially in these instances. But if it's something where like you're using AI as a tool to get the vision that you want out there, as with anything, as with cameras, it's a way for me to take a photo. Like when you think when I was first thinking about, is AI art, I mean, and this is what a lot of people thought about. People drawing or painting, they drew portraits of people. Once the camera became a thing, there was no longer a reason to draw portraits of people. Now art became, or drawing and painting basically shifted a lane, and then you had like abstract art, you had all that stuff. So obviously it's not great that people are losing potential jobs as artists, but
I get what you mean.
There are still venues and avenues for people to kind of create the art of it. The business side of it is sticky, and I have a lot of thoughts about it. But as far as it is a tool, I think as long as we recognize that the intent is there, like behind someone creating art and utilizing it as a tool, then it shouldn't be auto say no. I think people should still be critical and still question, like, should this be even included in our life? Because like we talked about this in a couple episodes ago, like what a potential fucking dystopian world could look like if we're all gooners in the fucking goonerism society. Like what world do we want to live in? Do we want to live in a world that is for humans by humans?
Humanity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We should be doing that. Our actions should reflect that.
I'm with you on
but
that,
at the same time, like, how much different is it from us adopting the camera or adopting certain tools? Like, it is, and some people don't agree with this. It's fine if they don't agree with this, but I think it's the logical next step or the logical extreme of like technology in the first place.
No, I mean the example you made, like abstract art, and then of course like computer art, tablet art, all that shit. I'm sure there was backlash at first. Yeah. Right. Like what the fuck, blah blah blah. You're not using supplies. Like that's not fair.
Yeah, that's not pen and paper.
Right.
Like so this. None of this is like a new
for sure.
thing.
We always have this.
So my thing on that is, I agree that like if used responsibly, it could be a really good tool.
Which it won't be.
And that's the thing, and that's the thing with human nature.
Yeah, where do you draw the line?
Funnily enough, common side effects. If you never watched that show, I don't know, spoilers. I don't.
Pretty shiced.
Spoiler alert.
No spoilers. Okay, so the human nature is that you're gonna take it to the extreme. You're gonna say, "Oh, we can stretch it and do this much with it, and oh, we could push it and get this much out of instead of just." In moderation, let me just
optimize
use it.
This, doing that.
So instead of like using ChatGPT to write your whole essay, use it as a tool to do a skeleton or help you get points, and then you write it. But no one does that. They're just gonna like do the extreme, and I think that's the problem.
Yeah,
that's just human nature.
I think people were probably upset with the movie because of a lot of what Killy said, but also it's kind of scary because for those people because they're like, well, where do we draw the line? Like, is a couple words in Hungarian or whatever it was okay versus a few sentences versus the whole dialogue versus the entire dialogue in the movie? Like, where do we draw the line and say it's okay? It's kind of hard to say where that line is, right? So I think that's why a lot of people are reserved with this because they're like, well, I'd rather not use it at all because once this is opened, it can't be closed. You know what I'm saying? So
after what Akil said, to me now it's sort of like, I guess it is more important based on what the creator says. I'm not as mad as I was 30 minutes ago about Playboi Carti using AI because I can accept the possibility. It's not even a possibility. Maybe that's just true that is the final project he wanted to show. That's what he wanted to share. That is what he considered to be the best form of that song. Yeah. So I can be like, oh, I wish you sang on it, but from his perspective, that's his project, his creation, and that's what he thought was the optimal way to so then it's like, okay.
Yeah, art has two existences. The existence of the creator and the existence of the viewer.
That's tough.
And that's I think it's perfectly fair for the creator to say this is an accurate reflection of what I wanted to create, but it's also fair for the audience to say this is a disgrace to mankind or disgrace to art.
Dragon Ball Z live action.
And both matter equally because once you release art into the world, it's up for interpretation.
Exactly. Yeah, very true.
So both opinion. So even if you're an artist and you meant it to be red, and everyone is saying blue, then it's like, well, if they say blue, then I guess it's red and blue. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same.
Right.
Thing.
It's still red, but it's red and blue.
It's red and blue.
One thing I wanted to bring up because it was such a popular movie was it could have been both of them, but the Into the Spider-Verse movie. I do believe that I forget exactly what the details were, but I do believe that they incorporated AI in some of the animation, and to my understanding, it's not AI in the same way that people are imagining AI
generative
with Studio Ghibli type of thing. Like machine learning is AI, and that's just like more or less rapid learning on like a massive database, using like naive Bayes or neural networks, whatever the thing is. I'm not going to go into a huge thing about it, but when people hear that, there were a lot of people saying for that movie, like, damn, why they used AI in this amazing movie that a lot of people loved. It was a tool. to make the
Movie
thing
what
that
it is.
people what it is.
Yeah.
I understand why people won't like that. I think it's a fair point, but I think as long as we can get to the point where it's like it is a tool, that is the line.
It being a
The world is always
Yes.
moving towards
Not the
being
whole
more
product.
efficient.
Yes.
That's just how things are.
Ironically enough, you can make an argument that like AI in that movie specifically is like justifiable because
What's the argument?
all of the different Spider-Man.
That shit probably would have never came out if
They
if
were
they
like,
had to do
AI
that themselves.
Spider-Man, just how they got every other type of Spider-Man.
Animation is so expensive and takes
It's
so
so- it takes
long,
so
and
long.
It's so hard to do.
Yeah.
For a movie like that, where like all like the particles and shit like that,
Bro,
imagine how
that
long
movie's a
that takes.
visceral experience. Remember we went to the theater and saw
Yeah.
that? And we were like, "Whoa!" Like, dude, that shit is like.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that
Remember
one.
when you say you fuck with Shamik more? Remember that?
Yeah, sure. I do remember. I do remember when I
think
said.
we're at an hour, fellas.
I do remember when I said I love that guy. Yes, Dope is my favorite movie featuring ASAP Rocky.
Yo, good movie right there.
Great movie.
Shout out Josh.
You just wanted to
Allen.
shout him out, didn't you?
Yeah. Shout,
He said, "Let me glaze one more time."
Shout out. Nah, I'm not gonna shout that man out.
Who else should we shout out? Shout out the Lakers. It was a tough last night.
Man, shut up.
Anyway,
Sorry.
cut it.
The Giddler, you are going to jail.
Hey yo.
Alright. But nah, it's hour, so
Oh yeah, cut it.
alright. But
Goodbye.
Thank you for
Anything you gotta
watching.
say? Join the Discord.
Thank you for supporting.